call me idiot, now they call me genius. I ain't with the BS, you see it and you believe it, and your arms too short to box you like a T-Rex. Fat boy with the retro teeth, got the whole crowd spazzing like they see me on the move, so they act funny. No plan, trying to get up on my grown man. Who else in the state fund the honeymoon with rap money? Yeah. Spit game, rip lanes, dudes are confused like bloods at a Knicks game. Shoot the lights out, I'ma book a flight now just to bump YG in front of the White House. I never said I'm the greatest, I never said that I made it. I said I'm only a player that came in here to make a statement. I don't care where I'm rated, come correct with the payment, I bring it to you like a waiver. Come on, Dion, beyond, you a peon. You ain't a rapper, finally something we agree on. Undefeated rapper leaders, don't mention me with anyone if you that. You read, I eat it and I delete it, homie. If you scared, go to church. Man, get that flow, the best flow, you know. And if you dare, spit that probably should get committed and maybe hey, yo, I can't let it go. How you define peace in these wild streets? It's a hip-hop thesis, 9-3 that was raised on the boot camp click. And my beat probably should write a book on all that I've seen, like crime scenes, getting out of Dodge to challenger. Consoles take mob roles, playing the character. Freeze tags, the G-Pack stuck in the cameras. But ain't no motion picture, ain't no turn the channel, bruh. Back in the days, he was shy and embarrassing. Used to write Destiny, hoping he gets away. Know he got debts to pay. He on the run from the law, tucking the gun in his drawers, but yet he never forgets to pray. Was all in the service of VBS. Aced every test, even studied at recess. Sticking to procedures you never would have believed it. Boy G's got the block hotter than July and Phoenix. First it was nickel bags to cop shoes. Now it's a different path, we rock jewels. Mom praying she get them back, she got to. Hope somehow the Lord find a board for the cops too. It might be a building, it might be a feeling, you know. So don't be scared. It might be a song for righting your wrongs, yeah. If you scared, go to church. Listen clear and cast off fears, yeah. And don't be scared. Cause you're never too free to get down on your knees, yeah.
Yeah. I know they talking. I don't hear them all. They wanna tell me what I can do. I got that fire, keep it lit like a candle. I toughened up and now there's nothing that I can't do. Now I got a grip, yeah, I got a handle. Get that fetty, get that money. I ain't out here looking for a scandal. I'm ready to assume the mantle. Hungry, never thirsty, yeah, the driver's in here. Keep going, I ain't stopping for nobody. Nobody's need to get a job or a hobby. Why you worry about me? Mad haters, let me make the world go round and can make your friends traders. Keep doing my thing, I don't need any favors. Yeah, I go hard for mine. Work so hard for mine. I put in work, I work hard for mine. I can't take it from me, so it's mine, oh mine, oh yeah, that's right. It's mine, oh mine, oh yeah. I work hard for mine, so it's mine, oh mine, oh yeah. Get them a good, why you mad though? When you see me doing better than I was when we together, you gon' wish that we were cool, but you had to be a hater. You just had to be a hater. Now you're showing fake love to me. How you do it? Like you was always there for me. Hey, 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 hey. Naysayers only mad haters. Money make the world go round and can make your friends traders. Keep doing your thing, I don't need any favors. Yeah, I go hard for mine. Work so hard for mine. I put in work, I work hard for mine. I can't take it from me, so it's mine, oh mine, oh yeah, that's right. It's mine, oh mine, oh mine.
say she wanna ride, let me show you what it do. Yeah, I'm riding, real low, hold me down. Here I go, yeah, I'm riding, real low, right around in the south, yeah, you know it's going down. Yeah, I'm riding, real low, hold me down. Here I go, yeah, I'm riding, real low. Nigga, not just hoping it leads to pain. Who am I kidding? Keep it buried while I make a living. The southern hospitality can end in maladies. Ain't playing with you, shawty. I'm a boss where I'm at. Know I'm making major moves, got the sauce on the check. Know you blowing rent money, that's a loss and a fact. Hustle up 100K and then I toss it in the sack. And this is how I lay it down. Every night, rolling around through the town. I'm prepared to fight. No, you could never take the risk. You scary type. Yeah, me, I'm out here getting rich. No assist. Yeah, I'm riding. Real low south, yeah, you know it's going down. Yeah, I'm riding. Real low, hold me down. Here I go, yeah, I'm riding. Real low, right around in the south, yeah, you know it's going down. Yeah, I'm riding.
Yeah, I'm ready. What? An old friend? All right, let him in. Hello, Ashton. I'm really proud of that. The newspapers, the websites adorn you with awards. And I can hardly keep up, man. You're always on a tour. You know, it's really awesome, man, how everybody loves you. And to think you almost quit. Now look what it done come to. How most indie rappers struggle. You make it look simple. No rhymes indeed, but those 8-bit instrumentals were the kicker. But remember when we piled on the block? And you said you never changed no matter how awesome it got? Well, I couldn't help but notice you don't talk about those moments. And if I didn't know any better, I think you disowned us. I was your big proponent, but you probably think I'm jealous cause you too busy being a star to kick it. Didn't point it out. Used to chalk it up to youth, but I'm just disappointed now. You said that you come back for me, that must have been a lie. So I came to holler at you and give a final goodbye. Nothing personal, bro. I still consider you a friend, but we're way too different, so you never see me again.
No one but me can see my face. Out the shadows to the light, my saving grace. No one but me can see my face. Out the shadows to the light, my saving.
Happened. I've been across seas and gained a little recognition. I just wish we could roll together, but you would never listen. You were about to spitting and trying to make a difference, and I was too. But how was I to make a...
Hey guys, hopefully you guys can actually hear me. We'll know here in a second if I'm playing it live. I can't find my headphones for some reason, which is kind of funny. Hey guys! Yes, we are actually live. Anyway, so yeah, couldn't find my headphones to save the life of me. I knew where they were. I don't know where they are now. Why does that always happen? Like when you go not looking for something, when you start preparing for something, you ultimately lose that item. Hopefully you guys can actually hear. You actually lose that item that you were actually looking for. I don't know if that happens to anybody else. Anyway, so tonight, if you're just joining us, we didn't prepare at all other than we wrote down the list of things that you guys suggested, which I appreciate the list because we've got just enough pages to actually fill that. Also, if you're just joining the live stream and you have no idea what I'm talking about, on Instagram, I usually host a poll every Thursday. Granted, this poll this week, because Thanksgiving fell on Thursday, fell on Friday-ish into Saturday because I got kind of excited about Black Friday and I wanted to promote all of the cool people that I actually follow on Instagram that I think create some really killer stuff, or they have really killer services or things that they do in general. Some people, I wasn't sure how to tag them, so I think I'm going to reach out to them this weekend and be like, bitch, how do I tag you? How do they get in touch with you? Because I know a few people that do hair, and I wasn't sure if their profiles are public or they have profiles for that situation. Anyway, I ramble. I usually host a poll every Thursday, and if not, a lot of my followers hold me to it. When I don't post, they call me out on it, which I appreciate you guys so much when you guys call me out on my shit. Another weird thing is getting a sore throat of some kind, and it's weird. Anyway, so normally post a poll on Thursdays, and it's usually either something that you guys suggest via the forums, which if you don't know and you would like to suggest a drawing for me to do, I have a form in usually in the link in my bio, and it tells you, hey, suggest something that we should draw. And I usually take from there sometimes when I have no idea what I want to draw, or I just add it to my list of doodles that I need to do, or things that I want to draw, which 80s Weird Al Yankovic is totally up my alley. And it's kind of funny, he's been on my list of people that I want to draw for a long time now, and I get to. Fun fact, I have a really big obsession with Weird Al Yankovic. And I have a lot of, like, I guess you could call it memorabilia. Is it memorabilia? I think it's like records and shit. Records and shit. Wonderful way of putting it, Alethea. And I actually have, I think, 1 or 2 records of Weird Al Yankovic, which I should do a Vinyl Wednesday about that sometime. Me and my obsession with Weird Al. It's been a long time, and we've gone through many renditions, and I am totally a huge fan of his latest album as well. Anyway, I could go on talking about Weird Al, but there's somebody else that I was thinking of that I was like, ooh, I should really draw them. Mork from Mork and Mindy. I don't know if anybody remembers Mork from Mork and Mindy. Gosh, Alethea. Mork and Mindy. I don't know if anybody remembers that. I knew. I started thinking about Robin Williams, and I read into the chat. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see if anybody's said anything so far. Nope, nothing, which is totally cool. So, tonight, tonight's poll didn't end up being a poll because of Thanksgiving and all the shenanigans that goes on with Thanksgiving, which my niece is like the Energizer Bunny. I mentioned it vaguely on Instagram, which my dad told me, you're not allowed to blame your 1-year-old niece for you sleeping in on Friday and just, like, forgetting the world. And no, she is totally to blame for this, because she is literally, I want to say, like the Energizer Bunny on, like, Kool-Aid, sugar, high, sunshine, I don't know. But she literally didn't sleep. I don't remember. I think she took like 1 nap, but was literally like going ham, and literally I had the best time of my life because we were running around and doing all kinds of shenanigans, but at the same time it was like, holy Jesus, lady, you are too much. So we didn't have time to do an actual poll this week, and believe me, I really want to draw ODB or Tupac or Biggie, and I keep suggesting these in the poll, and you guys are like, no, we want you to draw the other thing, which, in case you missed us last week and you're just joining us for the first time, well, this is from like 2 weeks ago. We drew Christopher Lee, and then we finally, where did that drawing go? Oh, that's fun. Things to happen. Give me a second, because I'm going to grab that from the scanner right now. Do I really want to do that on video, though? Because there's a set of stairs that I have to climb, and ultimately, you guys get to see how freaking short I am. So, I think we're going to actually go to commercial. We're actually going to go take a small little 2-minute break. I'll be back with that sketch, just because while we are totally comfortable with a lot of things, I don't know if I want a video circulating around of me climbing on a set of stairs to reach my scanner. Anyway, how are you guys doing tonight? I hope you guys are doing awesome. I'm doing freaking fantastic. Had a really great Friday into Saturday, and just really great holiday season. I know with Corona and all of the shenanigans that go down with that a lot of people couldn't actually have a Thanksgiving. But I will say, like, the low-key, small Thanksgiving was pretty freaking up my alley. I don't know about you guys. While I do miss family, I'm just kind of like, ooh, this was so drama-free. This was, like, hella fun. I don't know if you guys can relate, because I know it's kind of like a crazy time. Some people don't like this holidays. Some people do. I'm not a fan of the holidays, to be quite honest. I just celebrate. Anyway, I ramble. So let me take a little small break. I'm going to grab that from the scanner because I did not realize I did that. But you can actually see the sketch in here, though. This is the sketch that we ended up doing of Danny Trejo. We actually finished him, and in case you want to check that out, I always usually leave all of the time lapses, the live streams up on YouTube, so you can definitely go back and watch those. I've got to catch up at some point with doing the 15-second time lapses, 15-second live streams that I was doing, where I was taking the long live streams and condensing them down into 15 seconds for those of you who don't stay the entire time or just really don't want to sit there and hang out because it's just not your cup of tea. And that's something I gotta get back on. I've been working on a lot of other things. I'll share a few of those things, in fact, when we come back. I'm working on a few paintings. I haven't really painted in color in a while, and you'll notice that a lot of my drawings are black and white if you follow me on social media, and that's just something that's happened over time. I never intended it to be that way, but it's just been kind of like fun in minimalizing a lot of what I do into just focusing on the line work. And I've been slowly introducing color. Like I did it with, I think my favorite one, and it was a suggestion by one of my followers, and I'm gonna feel so bad if I butcher his name, because he's such an awesome person. I want to say his name is Michael. Michael is ringing in my head, so I'm gonna say the name is Michael. If it's not Michael, y'all won't know, but they will know. Michael suggested that I draw Boy George from the Culture Club, and he came out freaking fantastic, and it kind of opened my eyes a little bit more. And so you'll see I did it with Juno from Beetlejuice. That's something that we drew a couple weeks back. I'm going to be releasing this card, and I'm really excited about it. It's the Never Trust the Living greeting card. In case you don't know, I actually I actually have an Etsy shop, so any of the drawings that you see here, for the most part, I usually post them on there in the form of greeting cards and buttons, of which I've got to add these new buttons to the shop soon. I don't know if you guys can see this. We've got From Fear and Loathing, and I think I've already added The Cure's Robert Smith. These drawings are actually in here, so let's just flip to them, right? We did Ian Michael, right here, Hunter S. Thompson. So I just finished turning that into a button. And then Boy George should be up here. Yeah, there we go, Boy George. I gotta add Boy George. I keep forgetting to do this, and I meant to do this on Friday, and like I said, life has kind of gotten Christopher Lee. I don't want to go too close to the camera because then I'm afraid that it's not going to want to focus, and we're going to end up going blurry, because that's totally a thing. I got to figure that one out. That's another thing I got to figure out. Life. I know. Anyway, so we've got, right here, we've got Robert Smith from The Cure. There's the button, but I've got a few buttons and stuff in terms of my Etsy shop that I need to start adding. So if you've been waiting patiently for me to add certain buttons, greeting cards with certain characters, feel free to hit me up in the messages. It's just life, like I said, has been very, very like chaotic, but an Alf, the perfect Alf card for the shop yet. And then we've got Madonna, where I added a little bit of gold. That's probably been like my one favorite thing, is adding bits of color, and this gold paint is incredible. Early on in the year, I did this is Barbara Walters in 2020 drawing, and I think it's actually in here if I'm not mistaken. But that might be a long shot. No, yeah, it is. Haha, yeah, it is. Ha, man. It's crazy. I started this sketchbook in 2017, and I'm actually able to say in 2020 we actually finished it. So it took me 3 years to fill this sketchbook. Granted, every page isn't filled for the most part. I think there's like maybe like, but I did a postcard with Barbara Walters for this, I think it was this art show up in West Palm at a tattoo shop. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's Ink and Pistons. I could be wrong. But I did this gold background, and then I did another one for Tate's Comics where I did David Bowie with a gold background as well. And I just liked that big pop of gold color. And then I did one button for my good friend who loves Jimi Hendrix, and he wanted the background to be gold instead of the gray color that I normally use, and I actually hand painted that. But we've been introducing color back into our drawings. I'll show you guys. We drew Guillermo. If you're a fan of what we do in the shadows, we did a gouache painting of Guillermo. This is probably like the first time that I've painted something just full on color, just because it hasn't been a thing so much to say. I guess so much to say, that's the wrong way of putting it. I haven't just been into, like, I've been a basic hoe, I guess I want to say, in terms of drawing things. So tonight, we are actually going to be filling a sketchbook. Back here in a few minutes, but tonight we are going to be filling this sketchbook. So this sketchbook here, it comes from the Sketchbook Project, which is an organization in, I believe, Brooklyn, New York. I have the envelope right over here. Yoink! Yep, at the Brooklyn Art Library. So if you know somebody, before we continue any further, this isn't like somebody's paying me to say this. I just think it's a really cool concept, and I'm not sure of how many people know about it, and especially with the holiday season coming around, I think it's like the coolest, probably one of the coolest things that you can get somebody who is an artist or a creative in general, and that is a sketchbook from the Sketchbook Project, which is, for mine, I have a self-portrait, which I actually drew, and I want to take watercolor to this sketchbook so bad, except for the paper isn't that durable, so putting water to this sketchbook was kind of like a bad idea. I had to put 2 pages here in order to get this to happen. But I read the doodles that I've done, just to have kind of like an archive, and like just things that I've either done and I've just never shared. Like these were going to be greeting cards that I just never got around to actually creating. And I glued my business card in the back. But I think it's a really cool concept, which is you fill the sketchbook with whatever doodles you want, nothing that can fleck off or come off, which is kind of like a bummer in terms of mediums. But for the most part, you mail it back within a certain time frame. Depending on what you requested, whether you just want to be a book in the library, you end up being a book in the library. So once you request one of these and you return it, you are a library book, so to speak. There's a barcode. Mine was due back in February of 2020, but then Corona happened and life got the best of me. And I actually found this again, canvases to paint 2 drawings that I have planned, because I found my acrylic paint and I kind of want to go through that acrylic paint before it goes bad. But the idea behind it is that you fill the sketchbook and then you return it, and this book ultimately becomes, which I think is really cool, that people can check out this book, look it up, see it. I requested for a little bit extra of a fee. I don't remember the amounts because this was something that my mom got me, and I basically asked her for this because I was like, no, this sounds so freaking cool, and I want my book inside a library, and I want my doodles inside a library. It just sounds really neat. So if you know an artist in your life, and you know somebody who just wants to get their stuff out there, or just have their book somewhere where other people can check it out, it's definitely a cool concept. My mom paid actually a little bit extra to have it digitized, so once I send this back, it will be scanned and digitized, and you guys can actually check it out and see it. So what I'm going to be doing tonight is I'm going to be going through the list of doodles that you guys suggested. I'm gonna go in order. As much as I want to draw Weird Al first, I'm gonna hold off because might actually be like a whole page instead of like a little tiny doodle inside the book. But I thought I would include your guys' names, whoever suggested the doodle. So if you're just joining us just now, definitely feel free to go in the links onto my Instagram in the bio and suggest a doodle that we should add. And so that's what we're going to end up doing. We've been live streaming for about 29 minutes. And let's see if we have any messages. Heyo, just so you know, your stream is dark. It's probably because I didn't turn the camera. Let's just leave it at, I was really unprepared tonight when I went to go and set up. I was trying to rush, and then I didn't realize that life was catching up with me, and then time. It's kind of funny that way. Hopefully you guys can see a little bit better. But thank you for letting me know, Friendly Pyro. So, like I said, tonight we're going to be going off of this list. So first one up is going to be Jack Sparrow, then Beetlejuice, and then so on and so forth. Beetlejuice I actually already have in here, so I actually might draw the sandworms instead. But as you can see, this has drawings that I've done, but they're in sticker format. I was playing with this whole idea of doing stickers in my Etsy shop, and for a little while some people actually were able to buy stickers. A lot of other people weren't. Don't feel discouraged if you see this list and you're like, oh, my drawing's not going to get drawn. No, it probably totally is. It's just going to take me some time. So I figure from now until, I'm going to give myself till December 20th. So every live stream we're going to be tackling this list for the most part, so there aren't going to be any polls. But let me get to letting everybody know that we're going to be starting here in a second. And I'm going to get that scan from the scanner. Not the scan, but I'm going to get the original Danny Trejo drawing so you guys can see what it looks like. We went for 90s Danny Trejo, but let me go get that, and we'll be right back. If you want to suggest the drawing, I will definitely add it to the list of doodles that we're going to be tackling tonight, and that's pretty much it. So hold tight, grab something to drink. I would say grab that thing that you want to get done. If you're an artist, grab your sketchbook and start sketching, even if you have no idea what you want to sketch out just yet, or you just feel stuck for ideas. Or if you're a writer, definitely pull out that thing that you want to finish, you know, that you've been putting off, or get that to-do list for tomorrow that you've got. Tomorrow, being that it's going to be Sunday and everybody kind of gets through their little to-do lists on Sunday. I don't know about you guys, but I kind of leave kind of all my chores for Sunday. So if you're one of those people, definitely, you know, go get that little notepad and take down notes of what you want to get done tomorrow. And just feel free to listen to the tunes. The tunes kind of suck for the most part. I kind of like the hip-hop section of this particular app called Pretzel. System, just what is it called? Music copyright bullshit. And here on this live stream we do curse, so if you're not into it, I'm sorry. I curse like a sailor, and we can only blame my grandpa. Anyway, I will be back. Give me like a minute or two, and I'm just gonna tweet out and let everybody know that we're gonna be starting here. And like I said, grab that pen, grab that paper, and we will be right back.
I get my pay up, and I'm okay, yeah. You be in the game just because I've been in my bag in the cut, yeah, yeah. Everything you touch turning rust. You going down, yeah. I be on the way every single day. I just grind to pay. I be on the way, yeah. I be on the way every single
of a word. Whether you're in the hood or you live in the burbs, you gotta respect the sound and I will preserve hip hop, hip hop. Me and my brother Marcus, I'm in of a word. Whether you're in the hood or you live in the burbs, you gotta respect the sound and I will preserve hip hop, hip hop.
Yeah, You know the voice is the rapper from on first. Rappers couldn't walk the talk, wearing their Converse. Keep weakness over there, this MC extraordinaire. Crowds wave their hands till their arms hurt. This the type of joint, sort of rare and soulful. A comp don't deliver, forcing you to go postal. Feel free to stamp this, told you. Come on and stroll through the garden, we got treats. Low on the greens, but Marcus got beats. High in vitamin C, chill that is. It's hitting you in the soul, feel how real that is. You as real as this, think prosthetic and pathetic. Take it to the heart like God said it. The truth.
Me and my brother Marcus, I'm in of a word. Whether you're in the hood or you live in the burbs, you gotta respect the sound and I will preserve hip hop, hip hop. Me and my brother Marcus, I'm in of a word. Whether you're in the hood or you live in the burbs, you gotta respect the sound and I will preserve hip hop, hip hop.
This the new jam, call it fresh reserves. With or without bread, you can spread the word. Alley on the rise, you can rent. Do it for the wealthy and the welfare recipient. For the South Asian and American Indian. Any men and women that took a minute to listen. It is highly likely you may find what you've been missing. I got the prescription for radio fatigue. Runny nose, boring flows, not achy knees. Got tight joints, we can pull something real quick. Kill the BS like I'm bull hunting and shit. So why, son, leave you up mixed and tight tongue. Enough shit you can't hide from wherever.
Me and my brother Marcus, I'm in of a word. Whether you're in the hood or you live in the burbs, you gotta respect the sound and I will preserve hip hop, hip hop. Me and my brother Marcus, I'm in of a word. Whether you're in the hood or you live in the burbs, you gotta respect the sound and I will preserve.
Substantial, maybe one of the best yet. You deserve only the freshest. Pop out, we got the freshness. Marcus Speed got beats for your headset. Substantial, maybe one of the best yet. You deserve only the freshest.
We take it from C-Town to B-Town, B more to BK, DC to P, D, E to VA, PA to Cali, Maui to MI, Alaska, Minnesota, Oregon, NY to Chi, Texas, Miami, and Ohio. Keep it fresh east to west, north to the South Pole, France, Netherlands, Chile, Toronto, London, Japan. You know what we bout, yo.
Me and my brother Marcus, I'm in of a word. Whether you're in the hood or you live in the burbs, you gotta respect the sound and I will respect the sound.
Hey guys, so we are back. And like I said, tonight, if you're just joining us, we are going to be drawing through this list that we have. If you guys can't see, it's Jack Sparrow, Beetlejuice, Darth Vader, Yoda, Terminator 11, cryptically. I'm gonna Google that to figure out who that is. 1980s Weird Al Yankovic, and then The Mandalorian, which I'm gonna have to Google him because I don't watch the new series, which is kind of shocking, I guess, to some people. Like, oh, you don't like the Yoda series and The Mandalorian? No, I have not seen it. But that's just from lack of having Disney Plus, I guess is what it's called. Anyway, so managed to grab the scan from the drawing from the scanner that was, and show you guys. So this is the final doodle to fill the puzzle. Last week we drew, the week before we drew Danny Trejo from the 90s. We were going for 90s young Danny Trejo from Dusk Till Dawn, like I said. I really wish I would have gotten a little bit more of the tattoo in use, just because it adds something to the portrait. It's something that I normally don't draw. So if you have any suggestions for people that I should draw, I've got already a few in my head, but if you guys want to make suggestions, feel free. But yeah, so that's where that is. I really like how Danny Trejo came out. I can't wait to actually turn him into a greeting card. I've got an idea in my head, but I'm going to keep it shut until then. So tonight you guys are going to be helping me fill my sketch Beetlejuice here, and I'm thinking I could put the sandworm throughout here, but I don't know. Do the drawings need to be on the same page? Not really. Jack Sparrow. trying to figure out where I want to put him. I could put him probably here. Or you know what, we could just take up a whole page for him. But see, that's the thing, that becomes the dun 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 dun. We only have so many pages, full pages left. So let's start out with Jack Sparrow here and then kind of go from there. I don't know how long he's going to take to draw, because I didn't exactly plan this session out at all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to probably look up a few images. I know roughly what I want him to look like, but I might look up some source images just so I have a rough idea. So I'm going to tune around the tunes and we're going to get to sketching him out and kind of going from there. And you guys just bust out whatever you guys want to bust out. If you guys are just into hanging out, that's cool too. Feel free to leave something in the chat. Thank you to the person letting me know that my live stream was dark. That just happens to be because I had my light facing the wall, that I didn't go to the art store to buy new inking pens, which might present a problem. That's why I busted out all the pens that I know that I have to see if there's any ink available in them, and if anything, it's a way of determining what pens I need. I do know that I need the thinner tipped pens. I would say like the 03 size pens. I have definitely plenty of 5s, definitely plenty of 8s, and then I've got some fine tip liners somewhere, but I want to say I've used them all. Anyway, yeah. So feel free to ask any questions if you have any questions, and if you have none, then just chill, hang out, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna get to taking a short break, just tweeting out a message real quick, and then we're gonna get to actually sketching Jack Sparrow out, and then possibly see how many off of this list that we can actually nail out.
We come through and we shut it down like a marathon. We run the town. We don't play no games. We'll gun you down. We run around your city like mask on. Run up a check till the cash gone. Racing the bin through the dashboard. I need tattoos on my passport. Kicking out your girl like a landlord. Got the whole spot jumping like a band dog. Letting off shots like Rambo. One shot, one kill, one ammo. Reload, 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 reload. Money gone, reload. Take a loss, reload. Kush gone, reload. If they Kush gone, reload it. You blow money, reload it. Call Lethal's way, I tell them all okay now, reload it. I've been the man about Benjamins. You only do it for Instagram. I whip the grams like slavery. I make the haters all envy. My pockets full like baby. I drive the police all crazy, cause they know they never can catch me. I'm well known like an athlete. My cash beat your cash week. I'm still balling from last week. Don't ask me no questions. I have them all straight guesses. Like waves from nobody do. I don't slow up, I speed through. I don't see you in my rear view. Okay, got a clear view. Cause we come back reloaded. That money bag reloaded. We take a loss, then come back. You call that reloaded. That Kush gone reloaded. You blowing money reloaded. Call Lethal's way, I tell them all okay now reloaded. Cause we come back reloaded. That money bag reloaded. We take a loss, then come back. You call that reloaded. That Kush gone reloaded. You blowing money reloaded. Call Lethal's way, I tell them all okay now reloaded. Cause we come back reloaded. That money bag reloaded. We take a loss, then come back. You call that reloaded. That Kush gone reloaded. You blowing money reloaded. Call Lethal's way, I tell them all okay now reloaded.
Yeah, okay, I am the man, yeah. You do what you can, yeah. Said, I get to money in bands, I do what you can, yeah. Said, I am the man, yeah. I stick to the plan, yeah. Said, get to the dollars and bands, blow money like fans, yeah. Okay, you do what you can, I do what you can, yeah, yeah. You do what you can, I do what you can, yeah. I get to money and do what you can, I do what you can, yeah, yeah. You do what you can, I do what you can, yeah, yeah. I'm high on the wake up, but I still bake up. Smoking a bad claim, yeah, I'm high on the airplane, okay. All that you want is the fame, yeah, but you ain't that, you's a lame. Never bought me no chain, yeah, but this money sweet sugar like cane, okay. I've just been eating like Pac-Man, right through the street like I'm Batman. Pockets got me looking fat, man. Base slap is no backhand, yeah, send the money through an app, man. Send it back, I get cash, yeah, big commas, I get that. I'm on the top and you been last, like, I am the man, yeah, you do what you can, yeah. Said, I get to money in bands, I do what you can, yeah. Said, I am the man, yeah, I stick to the plan, yeah. Said, get to the dollars and bands, blow money like fan, do what you can, yeah, yeah, you do what you can,
yeah.
I do what you can,
Hey,
yeah,
nigga dance, I got bands, I got dope in my raps, keep it blunt, I don't snitch, never told on my man, I'm the man, get the cash, it won't fold in my pants, A-B, with the hands, get the points when I catch, hey, yeah, I record it, then I mix that, you ain't really in the mix yet, kill show and get a big check, Curry with it, but it drip wet, I was moving all the way, trying to get my muscle up, that's a big flex, they be talking about the money, so my money talking back, it's just a reflex.
I am the man, yeah, you do what you can, yeah. Said, I get to money in bands, I do what you can, yeah. Said, I am the man, yeah, I stick do what you can, I do what you can, yeah. I get to money and do what you can, I do what you can, yeah, yeah, you do what you can, I do what you can, yeah. I get to money.
Running down a side street, kicking out glass, doing math about last week. Nothing in the fridge, blue bunny in the freezer, but it's hotter than the guys out here. Damn, I'm trying to do the right thing. Winter to the summer, no spring. I'm a bad man, my jam, I got the new J's on and my bling. All this black on black, I'm trying to shake it off like a heart attack. Come on, got the hair slicked back. Step it to the side, no slack. I'ma kill it in. I'm the money on the airways, pushing 'cause I'm dope when I blog. You see the new Rick James with the sides faded out, curly top. You know it's hot out here. Got my babies in the birthday suit. Put my shades back on. I'm the MIB and I get loose. Ew. And I'ma kill it in. All this black on black. I'm trying to shake it off like a heart attack. Come on. Got the hair slicked back. Step it to the side, no slack. I'ma kill it in. I'ma kill it in.
It's like a blank canvas with a beautiful frame. No limit to what I can do with the paint. If the sky is the limit, the higher we aim. Every journey to the top requires some pain. And though it hurt just a little, it might help the world just a little. Maybe it hurt a whole lot. Cause this fight is the world, so we never gon' stop.
Every man is an artist. Hey man, what your art is? Grammar or harpist, expanding the heart, expanding the profit, dismantling problems. Whatever you do it grand and beyond. If you're lost in the world, if a man is unconscious, my plan is to rock this planet we're locked in. Stand at the top, Rembrandt of this hip-hop-ish. Post-Renaissance man with his accomplice. Known for chopping up dirty samples till they polish. All with a balance, a ballot, and brolic with the power to leave a pretty palace demolished.
No limit to what I can do with the pain. If the sky is the limit, the higher we aim. Every journey to the top requires some pain. And though it hurt just a little, it might help the world just a little. Maybe it hurt a whole lot. Cause this fight is the world, so we never gon' stop.
So raw, God told me take a cup full of paces and draw sketches of pain I've been faced with before. Many try to squeeze their foot up in my A6 and walk. See the world through my eyes, couldn't paint what I saw.
talent isn't wide enough. Maybe he ain't got enough of what it takes inside his cup to stimulate thought, or make the people smarten up, or at least liven up. Maybe he had tried it but couldn't stay the course. And that's where we come. This is used to infect your cerebellum with freedom of expression. Fine art, no art, fine for being too aggressive. Or the opposite, indeed, it is a blessing when we rockin' it. See us in a session, masterpieces, what we dropping, kid.
It's like a blank canvas with a beautiful frame. No limit to what I can do with the paint. If the sky is the limit to how you aim, every journey to the top requires some pain. And though it hurt just a little, it might help the world just a little. Maybe it hurt a whole lot. Goodness fight against the world, so we never gon' stop.
Found a way to still paint pictures with no canvas. Found a way to still paint pictures with no canvas. Found a way to still paint pictures with no. Found a way to still paint pictures with no canvas. Meditate to help focus my mind, so we can change the hope. And we're blind, can't stop, won't stop till they're forced to resign. Even when I'm in my prime, I will rise. I know how to climb. Rich spirit from the beginning, though I was broke at the time.
It's like a blank canvas with a beautiful frame. No limit to what I can do with the paint. It might help the world just a little. Maybe it hurt a whole lot. Goodness fight against the world, so we never gon' stop. It's like a blank canvas with a beautiful frame. Every journey to the top requires some pain. And though it hurt just a little, it might help the world just a little. Maybe it hurt a whole lot. Goodness fight against the world, so we never gon' stop.
Substantial, yo, we never gon' stop. Never, never, ever, never gon' stop. Marcus D, yo, we never gon'.
Not a small time thing. Got me on the case like I'm Sherlock Holmes. My dome kinda messed up from what I've been seeing and what I've been hearing. Got me not knowing what to believe in. I was brazen, battling bosses. The record is flawless. 0 losses till I came across this. Son of young beast who resided at the bottom of the sea. And she told me her name was Flash Woman. Beautiful but deadly, she was bad cunning. Had a voice that could still be savage. Beast of physique was way above average. Magic the way she got me in a spell. Got me on lockdown, sorta like a cell. But I got a mission that I can't afford to fail. But girl, I got a secret to tell. I don't know how to say this, so I'ma just say it, that you're my favorite. Even underwater, I'm enchanted by your fragrance. You're nothing to play with. Won't you be my baby? Or maybe we can get up out of this land and maybe get a bite somewhere, my dear. Even though she knew the truth about Rand, I had a feeling she wouldn't understand. Yo, I got a chance. I thought I was in love before, but I love you more. So baby, come aboard and go away with me, so I can make you see what you mean to me. And baby, we can be free. Oh, whoa, under the sea. Oh, whoa, just you. Seems like every couple years I get that feeling like I'm about to hit that ceiling. But I can't cause it's time to fight. So when I reached the land when it was time to fight, I couldn't do it. Pumped out like Ashton's victim. She started singing and I had to listen. It was lovely when she sang, the fish came. All of a sudden the fish changed, insane. She told me about a true purpose. She used to save
contract expired, and she was scheduled to be thrown into the fire. And while he gave her a reason to live, so now she gotta do what he says. She shed a tear and said, you don't understand. I gotta stick to the plan. I owe everything to this man. So please, Mega Ran, don't take it personal, cause it hurts, I know. I'll make it worse, you know. But he saved me, baby, to turn my back on Wiley if he just played great. Heart sunk slow as the lair door closed. Drew the Mega Buster cause it's time to roll.
I'd like to ask you to do something for me, Mega Man. Can you take me there? What do you say?
What? Wait, I know him. He's the master. I remember now. I came to Terra with the master. And then...
Here we go. I thought I was in love before, but I love you more, so baby come be free. Oh, just you and me. So the battle was on and it was fear. Like a buster and hit him exactly. But the battle took a turn that was odd. Every time I fired a shot, she didn't dodge. She took each blast from the arm cannon, smiled at me as every shot was landing. At first I didn't know what she was planning, and suddenly I started understanding. Yo, I think she letting me win, giving me what I need so I can get to the end. By the 17th hit, she began to stagger, fell to the ground, so I ran and grabbed her. Looked her in the eyes, she tried to laugh, pulled me close and handed me her staff. I said I wish I didn't have to be like this. I'm thinking he might miss her if she be my miss. She said, don't be foolish, you gotta do this. Let the whole city know what the truth is. I feel invincible when I'm holding you, but as far as love goes, I'm 0 for 2. I thought I was in love before, but I love you more. So baby, come aboard and go away with me, so I can make you see what you mean to me, and baby, we can be free. Oh, whoa, under the sea. Oh, whoa, just you and me. their own pain. O2, mother ran by the hood rules. Heard if you knew better, you do better. I talk back to whoever, and you betcha. My homeboys blue cheddar or new leathers. Till my man Rel came through in the blue Jetta, and he asked who wanted to mix. But on that particular day, I forgot. Fast forward, now I'm getting rated before my 23rd birthday. But thanks God that my mama was still praying for me.
I waited for the world. This God isn't calling in disgrace. Nothing this world could ever replace. I wouldn't miss it for the world. I wouldn't miss it for the world. Always be. Always be.
More strain, no more crying, no tears, faithful and true. And he commissioned me to write them. And I did it, the cars and the cribs and the chains and nights. I want M's like Bison, but that everlasting life, son. Alpha, Omega, believe it cause he said it. There from the beginning to the stinger at the credits. Nothing can worry me, why would I let it? Message and jock for the exits. So I signed where it's dark, but you see I was trying to keep my dogs fed. And label me exalted, cause you're the only one that I need to please. Not a critic or a rapper I'm a fan of. If I can do it when you say to put my hands up, then I can give you the respect you demand. So I stand up and thank you for showing me the answers. Bring the glory and honor of nations, but you taught me the power of patience.
I wouldn't miss it. No.
Father a coward, how we tried to hide from the tribe. But I survived in Cosmo Canyon, companions of you. Boogin' hogging like a grandfather and I call him that too. Knew what to do when the Turks came to capture a specimen. Contested them but wasn't getting the best of them. I saved the day but I was taken away. Tattooed with the numerals that later gave me my name. Chris and his crew after more than a year. A proud swordsman appeared, should be known that didn't run from the tribe. He had petrified eyes.
Get your hands up.
That's right. Feeling alright.
Let's go. Let's get it.
Cats think they know me. Yeah. Listen, man. You know what I'm saying? Talk so much. Hey, yo, my life consists of love, hate, sometimes your straight face, but I never let it go to waste. I write from the heart while others trace. Make no mistake, what I jot down, believe in your mug squinch. Like you just been sprayed with mace. Thugness, drug stories, my saga got killer's pain when I paint this. The skies turn green, poor getting more poor, the rich keep taking. The earth is possessed to get it mastered first. This ain't entertainment, I'm trying to get acquainted.
Let me get to know you. Help me over.
Hey, Golden State, my coach is full total with a shoulder chip. Kush out of your season is in. Last year, y'all fake dudes fronted. I'm back with a vengeance. Didn't want to beat you over the head. Next time I'm coming with my ninjas. Straight from the trenches, barbaric weaponry. My skin thick, it's the opposite of leprosy. Believe it or not, you ain't heard the best of me. I'm in the kitchen with the first prize recipe. Get a tester, the best.
So please spare
You don't really know me like that, man. Know me, nigga. So I advise you to get acquainted with the real side of me, man. You know what I mean? It's real over here in the film, man. Medallions, man. Don't get it twisted, man. Real talk. GCM all day.
Let me get to know you. Help me make it last. Help me spare those so fast. Let me get to know you. Help me make it last. Help me
Yo, this song goes out to my Princess Peaches. Y'all know who you are. Yo, 1 year later, more better and more clever. Love for games is like diamonds, go on forever. Skipping and hopping it, my knowledge going and dropping it. It auto shift my soul, so I will never be stopping it. I slow it down so y'all can hear me turtle peaches. Dedicating this song to the gaming girl, my Princess Peaches. Girls with all the features, who's smarter than all the teachers. Give me a fever, she a pro. We can create some different creatures. I love all you ladies and I want my second player. In which planer will I find a girl who kills and play? We can take it back to my place and have a little soiree, a party, or take a little gaming and get and gone, girl. You know we do. It's all like drunk. About to say it's in the girls now. To all If it existed, I probably would have had a kid direction. Holla at these girls, but there ain't nothing to feed though. They can be relaying a peace graph, cause I always be their hero. She watched me when I ride. 13 girl, you really shocked me. Then she cast a cure, I'll have to keep her. She got the key to lock my heart deeper. And if I bop out, I hope she misses geek. I love these girls so much, I even named my car Princess Peach. I'll be her memory card, so I can always save her. The more we're in, we can go roll together sooner or later. To all my nuns and ladies, I gotta say one thing. Watch your controller. Yo, it must be a sign. Yo, to all my nuns and ladies, I gotta say one thing. Your girls would be so fine. Throw that TV on. Watch your controller. Yo, it must be a sign. I don't care, it must be a sign. Teach me how to exact.
Look, man, we've been going through this for 9. I'm making the rules. Ain't no more games. Listen. For all my life, I fought for peace. And with you here, all you do is cause grief. You fooled me once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. Ain't always in the same, but I ain't playing games. It's like a bad movie, cause I know how it ends. You claim to be my friend, but I know you pretend. Begging on your knees so you can be forgiven. But then I fall for it, so then I keep you living. And then you sit in prison, claim you a changed man. Come out and do it again, I know your game plan. It's so it ends now, I can't play the fool. It's when you're done for you. I know you didn't think I wasn't gonna come for you. I take your 8 box, turn them to scrap metal. Take all of their weapons, and once that's settled, I'm coming to your castle so I can tear it down. And when I see you, I won't care who's around. For all my life, I fought for peace. And with you here, all you do is cause grief. You fooled me once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. Ain't always in the same, but I ain't playing games. For as long as I lived, I've been about fairness. Never been reckless, thoughtless, or careless. But now the doc's gone, it's like something popped. Cause when I go too far, he can't tell me stop. I can't explain it, I'm feeling stuff I never felt. Make me wanna dish pain like I ain't never dealt. Cause you went too far, man, you broke the rules. I ain't confused, this wasn't so forever. I gotta make you remember, just a reminder. So you can't put it behind you. You can't hide, doctor, always find you. This can't go until the end of time. So the saga will end at 9. One more time, you mine. For all my life, I fought for peace. And with you here, all you do is cause grief. You fooled me once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. Ain't always in the same, but I ain't playing games.
Hold up, foreign, all foreign. Leather seats to the doors, off white, Dior, but the whip's sky blue. You're born, get going, stay touring. New tags, new whips, one jag, let it zoom. Paradise, and it's paradise. Get it by the day, live for the night. Paradise, it's paradise. How far we came, now we living right. Fall in love, forever fly. You and I, baby, you and I. Paradise, yes, paradise, paradise. All my friends on go, and my gas on go. In a brand new whip, and my neck in gold. He said, how you drip down like that? How you drip down like that? Pulled a brand new jack. How you get down like that? All my plans in motion, hit that go. Yes, I came so far to go. He said, how'd you get crowned like that? How'd you get crowned like that? How you gon' whip like that? How you gon' say like that? Look at me now. Came from the bottom, now I move the crowd. Traded the ethers if they see my reason. I keep with the people and fan out the demons. Came with the sword for the crown. I we can, now we living right. Fall in love, forever fly. You and I, baby, you and I. Paradise, yes, paradise, paradise. So my friends don't go.
Ballin' ain't a thing to me, cause I be on my game, yeah. Ballin' ain't a thing, yeah. Ballin' ain't a thing to me, cause I be on my game, yeah. Ballin' ain't a thing, yeah. Ballin' ain't a thing to me, cause I be on my game, yeah. Ballin' ain't a thing, yeah. Ballin' ain't a thing to me, cause I be on my game, yeah. Ballin' ain't a thing, yeah. Ballin' ain't a thing to me. Write this in my inquiry. I'm so fresh, yeah, my steering made of ivory. In the paint, yeah, I'm ballin' like I'm Iverson. All these shots so wet, I bet that you could dive in them. 10 out of 10, there he go again. Off with a win, yeah, this boy you can't defend, yeah. You be on the bench, yeah, this like this ain't pretend, yeah. Poppin' champagne, yeah, cause ballin' ain't a thing to me. Cause I be on my game, yeah. Ballin' ain't a thing, yeah. Ballin' ain't a thing to me. Ballin' ain't a thing, yeah. Ballin' ain't a thing to me. Cause I be on my game, yeah. Ballin' ain't a thing, yeah. Ballin' ain't a. Get the bag, blow it. Get the cash, throw it. Shoot my shot and it going. When I shoot my shot, I'm like Jordan, yeah. I'm the man, you know it. I'm rapping fast, I'm flowing. Shoot your shot, ain't knock it down. I hate to see you go bowling, yeah. Sit back because this life will never last, yeah. I'm going up and running right past, yeah. This ain't your lane, you should've stayed in class, yeah. I'm getting to the cash, cause ballin' ain't a thing to me. Cause I be on my game, yeah. Ballin' ain't a thing, yeah. Ballin' ain't a thing. Cause I be on my game, yeah. Ballin' ain't a thing, yeah. Ballin' ain't a thing to me. Cause I be on my game, yeah. Ballin' ain't a thing, yeah. Ballin' ain't a thing to me.
Yeah, I go hard. Yeah, I'm going hard. Yeah, I go hard. Yeah, I go hard. See me with the squad. Yeah, we go hard. See me with the squad. Yeah, see me with the squad. Yeah, we going hard. Yeah, I'm going hard. Yeah, I'm going hard.
I be going hard all day, all day. You don't wanna play against me, no way. I be going hard all day, yeah. All I do is win. I be on my game, I be on my game. You be playing games, you be playing games. They go remember my name. Yeah, I always split the flame, yeah, I split the flame.
Yeah, I go hard. Yeah, I'm going hard. Yeah, I go hard. Yeah, I go hard. See me with the squad. Yeah, we go hard. See me with the squad. Yeah, we go hard. Yeah, I'm going hard. Yeah, I'm going hard. See me with the squad. Yeah, we going hard. See me with the squad. Yeah, we going hard. Yeah, I'm going hard. Yeah, I'm going hard.
Let me do my job though. Let me do it at my job though. I'ma do what I do. Winning like the lotto. Playing around with my money. Yeah, how you running from me? Playing around with my team. End up a crash dummy. Yeah. We don't really gel together. Yeah. Going anywhere. Yeah. Lay out of my stretcher. Yeah. Come through, I gotta get you.
Yeah, we go hard. See me with the squad. Yeah, we go hard. Yeah, I'm going hard. Yeah, I'm going hard. See me with the squad. Yeah, we going hard. See me with the squad. Yeah, we going hard. Yeah, I'm going hard. Yeah, I'm going hard.
Yeah. What's up? Rap supreme, attack your team. I'm the illest MC up in the game, spitting facts, not dreams. Crash the scene, lyrically I slash your spleen. The reason y'all so weak, y'all ain't practicing. Cause the crown I found I'm inspired. While y'all the opposite, you looking sad and you tired. I'm the best of the best, top of the charts, head of the class. Stop where I start, king of the hill. When I win, I'll be finished. What? You wanna get it? I'm the best of the best, top of the charts, head of the class. Stop where I start, king of the hill. When I win, I'll be finished. What? You wanna get it? I was raised in the hallways, hazing a long chain, sitting on the stairs writing pages of songs, man. To be the best, if you were tested, you wrong, man. In y'all lane, y'all should stay all off in y'all lane. Y'all playing next to me, you got no fame. I'm on fire like a match next to propane. And you gon' hear about it soon. Wait for it. Tick, tick, boom. I still shine like the sun do, but if you trip, I will flip and I still sun you. Mic check, 1, 2 to the 1, 2. This is something that your crew couldn't undo. And with these bars, I'm a menace like wine over time. These bars don't diminish. Now say it with your chest, head of the class. Stop where I start, king of the hill. When I win, I'll be finished. What? You wanna get it? I'm the best of the best, top of the charts, head of the class. Stop where I start, king of the hill. When I win, I'll be finished. What? You wanna get it? I'm the best of the best, top of the charts, head of the class. Stop where I start, king of the hill. When I win, I'll be finished. What? You wanna get it? I'm the best of the best, top of the charts, head of the class. Stop where I start, king of the hill. When I win, I'll be finished. What? You wanna get it?
I might be the one, I'm the topic of the day. If you ain't getting no money, why you all up in my face? You be stressing about your girl, I be stressing about my case. If you owe me and you waiting, then murder be the case. Hey, first all, I'm not giggling. Big boss and he serious. 7-11 on the dice game. Rose gold, my diamond chain. You broke, boy, that's a real curse. I flex hard cause I really earn it. I know some people that know some people for the right price, they'll gon' sweep you. More money, more problems. More money, more problems. I had to stack it to the ceiling just to solve all of my problems. More money, more problems. More money, more problems. If you ain't getting no money, they don't wanna stay. More problems. More money, more problems. If you ain't getting no money, they don't wanna stand by you. I'm swagged out and they know it. From the south and I show it. Anything that I want, baby, best believe that I go for it. More money, more problems. Used to have them, but I solved them. I still remember jump fences. Late night on them mission. $1,000 in a day, boy. We hit the mall and we ball hard. Nowadays, I ain't worried about it. I already hit the ladder and got something exclusive. Transform to a transform. I'ma whip it hard so I can go and get it. Put the power racks on that slow, boy. Light it up so we can go and get it. More money, more problems. More money, more problems. Had to stack it to the ceiling just to solve all of my problems. More money, more problems. More money, more ceiling just to solve all of my problems. More money, more problems. More money, more problems. If you ain't getting no money, they don't wanna stand by you. More money, more problems. More money, more problems. Had to stack it to the ceiling just to solve all of my problems. More money, more problems. More money, more problems. If you ain't getting no money, they don't wanna stand by you.
This is getting kinda hard to follow. Then I got a bill from Proto Man and that was kinda hard to swallow. Met him as I approached the last battle. Said he didn't come to fight but to drop the real. He said, listen, you really think the doc's for real? Trust me, now I don't even have a reason to lie. You've been so blind, random, open your eye. I'm your brother, so believe in I. Dr. Light and Dr. Wally both in cahoots. And if you wouldn't have hit Splash Woman so fast, she'd program with flaws that they always critique. So we gave you free will to choose your fate. So they told you what moves to make, and you listen. Like some kind of pet. I can't believe I used to want you to run with me. You ain't ready yet. So I stopped him like, how'd you come to this conclusion that Wally and Light are in collusion? It's so confusing. He said, the last 8 years were a test to see if you would constantly forgive and forget. And you did. Each time you beat Wally, he would beg you for mercy, and you react kindly. So they knew they had you right where they wanted you, a docile son. They decided to punish you and lead you to believe you were doing right, when in fact you were playing to the hands of light. He sent Splash Woman to tempt you with her beauty, and riches were promised through Jewel Man's jewelry. But you remained true throughout the temptation, and now he sent me to give an explanation. It had to happen to ensure you were ready, prepared to take on a foe that was most deadly. And for that foe, you'll receive no help. Mega Ran, your last enemy is yourself. With that, he vanished, leaving me to ponder. What? You too?
I just wanna lay awake inside my favorite place alone. I just wanna lay awake inside my favorite place alone. I just wanna lay awake inside my favorite place alone. I just wanna lay awake. I just wanna lay awake. Yeah, you can take the plans from me. Watch out for the incoming. Get into the bands drumming. Forrest Gump, I'ma stay lit, I'ma get it poppin'. When I'm up there, I be ballin' in it, John Stockton. Looking from the inside out. Open up, stay away. I just wanna lay awake inside my favorite place alone. I just wanna lay awake inside my favorite place alone. I just wanna lay awake inside my favorite place alone. I just wanna lay awake. I just wanna lay awake.
Caffeine in my laying falsetto, I just level up. It gets hard to trust, but you just cut off all the sus. Came up off of my pecs, turning weight to dust. Sitting at a pretty desk, it just ain't enough. That's why I put on headphones when I take the bus.
Looking from the inside out. Open up, stay away. I just wanna lay awake inside my favorite place alone. I just wanna lay awake inside my favorite place alone. I just wanna lay awake inside my favorite place alone. I just wanna lay awake. I just wanna lay awake. Looking from the open, I'll stay away.
I'm old enough that I know better, young enough to do it anyway. Old enough that I know better, young enough to do it anyway. I'm old enough that I know better, young enough to do it anyway. Young enough to do it anyway. Young enough to do it anyway. I'm old enough that I know better, young enough to do it anyway. Old enough that I know better, young enough to do it anyway. I'm old enough that I know better, young and heart and also. Yo, devil scan you like barcodes just to gas you up like Arco. I spent $3 grand on advertising, and that ain't work. Isn't that surprising? Would-be customers passing by it. Sorry about that, man, that's declining. Just my luck, it should be my catchphrase. Got no health care, need my x-rays. Float to Texas, no connections. They lose my luggage, right on the jetway. Learning as I go along. I know I'm doing it wrong. Probably silly, but what doesn't kill me can most likely go in the song. Look in the mirrors like checking the news. Every day something that gives me the blues. I'm good on the club, you're expected to schmooze. Buy all the booze and eventually lose. I go to Subway and hold up the line. Well, I didn't mean to be ripping, and I'm not afraid of death. I just don't want to be there when it happens. I'm old enough that I know better, young enough to do it anyway. Old enough that I know better, young enough to do it anyway. I'm old enough that I know better, young enough to do it anyway. Young enough to do it anyway. Young enough to do it anyway.
Probably shouldn't have another glass. Probably shouldn't stare at her. Probably shouldn't punch a cop in the face. Probably shouldn't, but I did it anyway. Thank heaven for the mistakes.
May not get to heaven, but strong bones grow from tough breaks. That's okay. If I never get handcuffed or maced again, that'd be great. Always struggling to grow up. Never made it to the gym to tone up. Hold up. Rather eat it now with mom. Bit of a slob, but kids think that he's rich cause the rap songs. Believe what you want. Had to open up a bad loan to pay my taxes off. Now a guy named Guy wants to break my legs, and I'm questioning anything that I ever said. Making music till the moment that you drop, huh? Sounds fun, right? Sometimes it's not. Staying young at heart, probably not that smart, cause our government doesn't support art. No retirement plan for folk rap stars. No mortgage when you're living in a house of cards. They don't rent to anybody that's been behind bars. It'll all fall down, gotta own the scars.
Old enough that I know better, young enough to do it anyway. Old enough that I know better, young enough to do it anyway. I'm old enough that I know better, young enough to do it anyway. Young enough to do it anyway. Young enough to do it anyway.
I ain't a businessman or a businessman. You should hear my idea of a business plan. Post a couple pictures on my Instagram. Maybe get a couple stickers done at Vista brand. I'm never really asking if it fits the brand. I ain't never had the discipline. And lately I suspect nobody gives a damn if I'm not so I let it hit the fan. Instead of trying to schmooze, I'ma kick the can. I try to tell my dudes that it's just a scam. Rather network on a network than ever spend a night up in the club like I'm Chris Kattan. I wish I could reject getting shows and DMs. No per diem. Is that something I should be in? Even though I'm overstretched, here I go agreeing. But I can't ignore the message cause they know I see them. I hate rare receipts. I'ma just go pray. Maybe I'ma get it all correct someday. Maybe when I'm older the regrets go away. Yeah, maybe when it's over I can rest okay. I'm old enough, I should know better. You could burn your ball, but you a go-getter. You're far too focused and ignore your locus. Hang around the wolves like you were old yeller. I'm young enough to do it anyway. Could take a sucker punch like I'm a heavyweight. If you know the feeling, scream it to the ceiling. If you been hanging tough, we need to hear you.
Hey, I'm old enough that I know better, young enough to do it.
Hey guys, so we've been streaming for about roughly 2 hours-ish. We ended up drawing the sandworm from Beetlejuice. So Beetlejuice, we already have Beetlejuice, so we did the sandworm. We did Captain Jack Sparrow. I'm gonna leave it at that for tonight. I'll show you guys if you guys are just tuning in. That's our Captain Jack Sparrow. I like how he turned out. I want to add some color, but I'm hesitant because, like I said, this paper is the worst, I want to say, at watercoloring. I want to add more depth to it. I figure if I add layers, then maybe I can. Granted, if you saw me struggling with getting some of the pens to work, most of my inking pens are completely dead. Excuse me. Found out live on camera my Montana acrylic paint marker, which this is absolutely an amazing marker if you're looking for something that's like completely opaque. This guy, and then the Posca pen, I really like the fine liner, but this guy is even losing its paint. I can get some still out of that, but forget it. I've literally been throwing away marker after marker after marker. Granted, it's helped me clean up a lot of the markers I have. Granted, I'm also realizing, dang it, that's what I was supposed to go do this week. Unfortunately, no matter how many times I try, one of my platinum carbon ink pens, the fine liner, really thin line, won't work. And I love these pens, but I think I'm just going to bite the bullet and get another one, considering this one just doesn't want to work no matter how many times I flush the ink. Anyway, if you enjoyed this live stream, then definitely hit the like button down below. If you're just joining and tuning in, my name's Alethea. I am a portrait artist. I normally do portraits. I like drawing creatures from my imagination and just bringing things to life, and I love doing animations. If that's totally your thing, then definitely. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's live stream. If you did, then definitely let me know down in the comments what you would like to see me draw next. We drew the sandworm tonight, and we drew Captain Jack Sparrow. We still have quite a few items on the list. So if your drawing didn't get drawn this week, it's probably going to get drawn next week. The whole objective these upcoming weeks, instead of having a poll every week, is just going to be, hey guys, feel free to add to the list of doodles that we have, so that we can finish the sketchbook and get it sent into the sketchbook project. So I've got at least one, I think I'm going to take a few of these guys and actually kind of like scatter them in between. Like, I think I'm Tim Burton. I'm going to look for a spot where I have a lot of Tim Burton-esque type stuff, which I don't know if I do, which I might have to add some stuff in there. Might add them with, could I add them there with Stanley? No, Stanley kind of stands on his own. I think I want to do some superheroes behind him. So if there's any superheroes that you guys would like to contribute my way and let me, or watch me see draw, then definitely leave them down below. But that's pretty much it for tonight's live stream. If you enjoyed watching us draw Jack Sparrow, or find out what we're drawing next live stream. So we usually draw every Saturday from 11 p.m. till roughly about 1 p.m. 1 p.m. That'd be several hours. I should do a 24-hour challenge or something like that. Anyway, I'm gonna experiment probably next week with adding some color, because I want to add some watercolor to it. But this paper, man, I think I might go very, very lightly with a dry brush. But yeah, anyway, I hope you guys are having an awesome Saturday into Sunday, and you at least got something done, or you built your to-do list for Sunday, of a list of tasks that you need to get done. But regardless, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching us draw. And if you want to follow us on social media, the social media links are in the bio. And yeah, stay awesome. You guys are so cool. I really appreciate everybody who actually contributes to the poll or just chats with me online. I'm always down for a really good conversation, especially if it's about art, music, or just creations in general. Anyway, have a great night, you guys, and thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you'll join us next Saturday at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Bye, guys.